Welcome back everybody to more from the Sable Eyes, where today we are playing Zoroark Persian Dewgong against Zapdos Beasts with Jordan. How's it going, Jordan?
Very well.
That's good. Now, we've already set the game up here. We're just jumping straight into it. If you like the content, then please like, comment, or subscribe. And yeah, you'll see more. Oh no! I'm immediately ruined.
It is funny that it's in the active, so it's not currently working right now. But if I play this escape rope with the Jirachi, then all of a sudden it's gone pretty well.
Yeah. That's bad. I was kind of hoping that there would be a turn when you didn't have it down.
I mean, I would not have liked opening it. I would have much preferred being able to Ultra Ball it rather than opening it, but...
That's okay.
Yeah, seems fine.
I'm a Guzma away from being able to evolve this Ditto, so it's fine.
Exactly. It's just slightly more inconvenient.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a tedium, but that's okay. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting matchup because obviously both of these decks are highly touted for the new format. Zoro Dewgong with Persian, which we've put in the side now because Jordan and I were talking about it. We can probably see Dewgong disappearing, but I don't think that Persian GX ever goes away because it's so good.
Yeah, Persian's just so busted in that deck. Like, you can the only thing I don't like about the deck, honestly, is the fact that Persian doesn't activate when a Dewgong dies. So yeah. I almost want to just cut the Dewgong so I can use Catwalk more often.
Yeah, well, exactly. It's pretty good. But yeah, no. So this is obviously going to be a very powerful deck going into the new format, and Zapdos Beasts seems like it's in a pretty good place considering the fact that it has one prize attackers. It's got a great consistency engine, and it doesn't like auto lose to anything really.
I would say it's probably the best non-GX deck in the format. I mean, it's kind of been true for quite a while, so it's not surprising. But the only thing that concerns me is that usually this deck would have a naturally good matchup against a lot of the big GX decks like Reshiram, but the fact that Volcanion trades so nicely with Zapdos is the only thing that gives me a bit of doubt as to whether this deck will be as good as it was.
Yeah, so I've lost my... Oh, why don't I get rid of that? That's okay. I've lost my Ditto here, more than likely. Unless you choose to knock out this Zoroark. I've got very little more to do because I had a bad Lily off the start. I potentially could have attached the DC that was in my hand, but I don't want to make that Zoroark more enticing than it needs to be.
Yeah, that's real unfortunate. I mean, obviously, the fact that I can kill the Zoroark and the Ditto still isn't active means that I can pretty much deny you from Zoroarks unless you're able to pull off a weird Guzma combo next turn.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm in a real rough spot. This Wobbuffet is going to be the end of this deck, and this is the way that this matchup I feel goes. Like, obviously with Buzzwole and the Beasts in the deck, there's obviously a bit more of a shot in the mid to late game for Zapdos. But I feel like if Zapdos gets on top early, there's almost nothing that can be done. Like I'm now 2 turns into the game in a situation where I almost can't win, which is it's ridiculous.
There is one thing that Zapdos is very good at doing, and that is punishing bad starts.
Yeah.
If Zapdos it draws well, which it will almost every time against a deck that doesn't draw well, it cleans up games so quickly.
Yeah, I'm in a situation now where there's almost nothing I can do. I can evolve into this Persian, which is fine. But yeah, this is
if you had a triple colors, you could at least start taking knockouts maybe if you wanted to waste your GX attack, but that doesn't even seem worth it.
Oh, I'd need to be into the active, wouldn't I?
Well, that too. And you can't play Guzma this turn. No. Otherwise, Guzma into Wobbuffet wouldn't be a bad play. Yeah, I don't know what to say, but I wouldn't want to be you right now.
Yep, no, this is bad. Best case scenario for me is that you Guzma and half hit the Persian. But that's not going to happen.
I'm not going to do that.
So, there's really not a lot that I can do. Yeah, this game, like I said, this game is almost over, and this is why Zapdos is such a strong deck still. Because I have a bad start.
We play best of 3 in the tournament, and not best of 1.
Exactly, because my day would just be over.
I actually played in a League Cup over in Europe while I was there, and it was a best of 1 League Cup. It was the first time I played best of 1 in years. And
yikes!
I played Zapdos, and I won 2 or 3 rounds just because of something like this.
This is so bad. I'm just going to do this so that I can get started, maybe.
You gotta go for it.
Oh, man. Alright.
starting to play some cards down to a slightly better than the last few turns.
It's awful though, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna judge you here. I've got nothing for when I am de-judged, but it's probably the best option that I have. Like,
Yeah,
rather than Lilying.
I mean, you kind of just need me to miss Guzma this turn, because if I hit Guzma... Oh, I guess you got 2 Zoroarks down, so it's not too bad.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go into this Tapu Lele and let you half hit it.
Half hit it? You don't believe in me?
No, I don't. Not with that hand.
Yeah, I'm not feeling confident. But luckily I've got 2 Blitzels down.
Yep,
so
you got 2 Blitzels and you've got a Jirachi, so I mean...
I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just sprint this right away.
Fair enough.
And I'm not asking for heaps, but I need a few cards. Ooh, this is interesting. Well, I've added a new card to this deck, Mitch.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure how good it is, but it works when you have 4 prize cards remaining. I currently have 4 prize cards remaining. So that's kind of exciting.
This does 120 more damage. 130? Damn.
Plus the 10. All I would need is a choice band. How convenient.
Damn it.
So let's see if I can find a choice band and an energy. It does
I'm
need
sure
to be
you'll be
one
able
of
to.
my rainbow energy, of course.
I'm sure you'll be able to do it.
Well, let's see. I'm not super confident.
And you've also put yourself in a position where if you do miss it, that you can't really do anything else because you've got a full bench. So,
well, luckily the Jirachi came through for me.
oh, I'm glad. I guess.
Why? Thank you.
You're a bad friend. You're a bad friend.
I do what I can.
Well, on the plus side, you're no longer on 4 prizes, so...
And you get access to Catwalk, which is kind of cool.
That is, but it's not really relevant. Like, I mean, it's gonna... Oh, well, I just got the DCE anyway.
I mean, you get to some other cool card, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. That's not really useful.
I would say one of the weaknesses to this Katana, as you already pointed out, is the fact that once it takes a big hit, it doesn't really do anything, so you can almost just leave it there and target down more important threats because you know Katana isn't going to be very scary after this.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm planning on doing here. Like, I've got myself double Zoroark now. I don't know what is more important to get rid of, but I think it's going to be that Jirachi with an escape board on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this.
It's either the Jirachi or it's the Zeb Striker.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2.
Exactly. I feel like the Jirachi is more painful, because Zeb Striker you at least need to burn things to get rid of.
Another good thing about Katana is it does actually have free retreat, so even if it's not a good attacker, it does still at least serve a purpose of being a free retreater.
Yeah, you can still do stuff. Nest Ball is gonna find me... Ooh, I don't know. What's good? Let's get that.
That could be good.
That could be good. I'm going...
Rainbow Energy on the Katana does mean it's only got 60 health left.
Well, and I need to catch up, and the only way that I'm going to be able to do that is by, by taking 2 prizes on a couple of turns, which maybe I can do, maybe?
Dewgong is actually also pretty annoying for Zapdos to deal with. 120 is like the perfect HP for a non-EX to have right now, because it's just shy of Electropower Zapdos for knockout. And I've already used my Katana, so the grass weakness doesn't matter. I'm only doing 10 damage.
That's true. Unfortunately, it means that I don't miss the 4 prize turn here, so literally Buzzwole Rainbow wins the game for you, so that's...
It does.
That's disappointing. I needed that Sealer turn earlier.
I can actually just play this Coco down and do some cool stuff with it where I can blow it up and put the Wobbuffet active.
Yep.
Just to thin a card.
Just to thin one. I hope this pays off.
Well, I get to thin the Escape Rope as well. Because I don't really have good access to draw right now, so I don't think I'm going to bother going for the big Buzzwole play.
Fair enough. Like, I mean, you could Zeb Striker, but you burn the whole hand, so...
Yeah.
The worst bit is here that I either put up 2 prizes that get knocked out, by a Buzzwole, or I put up the thing that's going to win me the game, I think I just have to hope that you miss.
Yeah, that's the predicament I was kind of hoping to put you in.
If I hadn't been able to get a second seal, that would have been great. Say again, sorry?
I was kind of hoping you put the seal active, because now I feel like I have to go for the Buzzwole turn, which I didn't want to do. I guess it's also possible to pull off a Coco GX play, since I've got 2 energy. Well, I've got 3 energy in play, so all I would need is a couple extra powers and stuff.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but you'd need, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 modifiers? I don't know. But hey, you've got to draw a supporter, and you should be fine.
In fact, I've got access to 2 trades, so I think that's actually the win con I'm going to go for here.
Haven't you already... You've already retreated, so you do need another retreat card.
Well, not if I use the Coco GX.
Not if you use... Yeah, that is true. Not if you use the Coco. I'm talking more if you get the Buzzwole.
Yeah. Well, I can Nestball just to look at my deck and then sprint again. Hopefully we get to see what I want off of this second sprint.
What you get. Here we go.
That's so funny. I drew the less likely out. I got the Buzzwole and the Beast Energy.
Oh no. Just watch you get the switch off of this Jirachi though.
Yep, I did. I got the switch.
Of course. No worries.
Fine, Mitch. No need to worry.
I don't know why I was concerned. Of course it was going to happen. But hey, I was behind in that game for the entire time, so
yeah.
Going second, having a poor first turn means that it is always going to be a rough matchup, especially against this particular deck. And with Kartana, starting to look real threatening across the board. One of the problems that we had was that it would often struggle to take those extra knockouts when you needed to, but Kartana controlling your own prizes means that you get to take some big knockouts when you need them.
And the other thing it does really well is it allows you to save your electric hours. So, if you're able to take a knockout with Katana early, take a knockout with Buzzwole potentially as well, like I did in that game, you can probably save like 3 to 4 electric powers for the late game to take another big one-hit KO with Zapdos.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, this is a slightly better turn, although it would be great if I could find like 1 extra card just to get this bad boy in the bin.
Well, let's hope you top deck it there.
Oh, that's a Lily. I was going to use a Lele for that Lily, now I'm going to Lily for 3 again.
That's not great.
That's really frustrating. Like, I almost feel like I should just Lele for, like, shuffle draw, but... So just
it's kind of awkward. I feel like
this is such
if Lily ever draws 4 cards, it's always better than Cynthia. If Lily draws 3 cards, it's about the same.
Yeah.
If Lily draws 2 or less, then the shuffle's better. So
I can't actually even remember if we played Cynthia. I can't remember whether we played Cynthia or Tate and Liza in this list.
I think it's actually Tate and Liza in that list, if I remember correctly. But they both serve a similar purpose.
Yeah. It might actually be a decent turn for, like, a cheeky judge.
Yeah, I can see that. Because
I could set you back, and then as long as I get a... Oh, don't worry, Judge isn't in there. Well,
beautiful.
Tate and Liza it is then. Because what I was thinking is if I can Judge, then if I get into an Ultra Ball, then I can just, I can get the Dene out, and suddenly I'm away again.
And another thing that's interesting about Zapdos is people always think of it as the fastest, most consistent deck in the format. But I would argue that if Zapdos doesn't open one of its 4 Jirachis, then it's actually got the worst outs at drawing off of a turn 1 Judge. Pretty interesting. But I've actually got a pretty bad hand anyway, so you might actually be happy that you
didn't do the Judge play.
Well, it's not too bad actually. I can actually take a knockout on the Zoroark just using Buzzwole, which is kind of cool.
That is cool.
Not exactly what I would plan to do, but I'll take it. Now I can Lily for a couple cards.
I've overbenched here. I'm in a big problem.
Oh yeah, Lele and Dedenne down 2 Meowths.
Yeah, it's no good.
So looking a little worrying.
I probably the second Meowth probably shouldn't have gone down. That guy should have just gone with the Dedenne, but I got greedy.
Did you even need to play the Dedenne at all? I don't remember what your hand was.
My hand was pretty average after the Tate and Liza.
Fair enough. I mean, that's what happens when you play Tate and Liza.
It would have been really, really good if I hadn't have seen that Wobbuffet just come down, so that's annoying.
Yep. Sure is.
Yep. Well, this game's also over. Like, I mean, on the plus side, I get to kill this Buzzwole, but...
That's pretty good.
But
and it's weird, because I feel like this
about it.
matchup is... I feel like it's got to be favoured to Zoroark, right? I mean, it's just got all of the tools that it needs to beat this kind of a deck, but at the same time, Zapdos is just fast, it's perfect at taking out all these little HP Pokemon, which this deck plays a lot of, and it's got the answers as well in the form of Buzzwole. So I actually don't know, maybe this is not that easy a matchup for Zoroark after all.
I would imagine that it's actually quite tough. I'm trying to make a decision here about which fellow I get. I'm like, I can get the Dedenne or the Lele back. I think I get the Lele, I think I get the Lele because I don't have to play it down and I see what I top deck next turn.
With an Acerol, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on if you want to get the advantage of out of the card this turn. Obviously, if you get Dedenne, you can play it right away and draw 6 cards.
Yeah.
If you think you need that extra speed, then Dedenne seems better.
I think that's fair, especially with now Ditto being another dead card on the bench.
For now, yes.
Let's get rid of it. And there we go. So I got myself another seal down. So what I can do is I can slash back into something like maybe the Ditto.
Yeah, I was thinking that because
I mean,
you really need a Zoroark bench space.
Yeah.
And, I mean, ideally you can Guzma the Wobbuffet and maybe evolve the Ditto into Zoroark next turn, but that's asking for a lot.
It is. We'll see what happens here. I'm not super confident, but I'm also not like worried, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, the game's still very open.
Yeah.
It's 1-for-1, even price rate and Persian. Honestly, even if you don't have Zoroarks, if you can just find triple color synergy back to back, which is hard to do, but if you can, then Persian's pretty much good enough to.
Yeah, it's good enough to take the knockouts here. It's like the negative is that you obviously need to have a lot of Pokemon in the bin, but to knock out a Zapdos, how many do you need? Just 5. So that's not a crazy amount of Pokemon to have to deal with.
Especially since I'm knocking most of them out right now, at least attempting to.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Take the knockout on Seal here to clean 80.
The threat.
The only downside is I have to waste a Rainbow Energy instead of a Lightning, so it's going to be harder to pull off either the Buzzwole or the Katana play next turn.
Yeah.
But that's not a huge problem.
Okay. Well, I'm in a situation here, an interesting situation, where I think, obviously you play like a ton of switching cards, but...
Correct.
But the Pokemon that I think that is going to win me the game is this one. So what I'm going to do, and this is going to be a hell of an experience, I'm going to bring out the Wobbuffet.
I'm excited.
Here we go. I'm going to evolve the Ditto into a Dewgong. I'm going to attach the triple accelerated. We're going to get rid of that, and I'm going to... See, perfect turn, I get the Giratina and can trade it and get rid of it. So that I can take 2 knockouts. Yeah, but I don't have that, obviously. So I'm kind of like, do I get Reset Hole to get the ticking stopping? Or do I give myself a Zoroark so that now you have to choose between threats? And I think the Zoroark is the better play. I can deal with another 10 damage. Now it just comes down to where this Dual Blizzard placement goes, and I think it goes... Oh well, I have to click all these buttons. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Jirachi and Kartana, because that way they're a Giratina away.
And this deck doesn't play any healing, so it doesn't matter when you get that Giratina. In fact, it's almost beneficial to do it this way. Now you can potentially skip the Sledgehammer turn with Giratina, take up to 3 prizes next turn if you're fortunate enough.
Yeah, exactly. So
the good thing is that I now can't use Rainbow Energy on Katana. The only way I use Katana now is with Beast Energy.
Yeah, which means that it's not going on Buzzwole, which means that my Zoroarks are a little bit safer. So I feel like I'm in a better spot this game than I was last game, but I still have that extra Meowth on the bench. If I hadn't had that Meowth on the bench, if that was a Zoroark instead, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot.
I completely agree. And I mean, I'm kind of scared right now because I'm leaving that Dewgong alive. You're able to keep finding triple color energy. I'm just going to be in a pretty bad position. But I'm doing what Zapdos does best, and I'm stopping you from setting up. So in theory, that's not going to work out too well for you.
Well, and my big problem here is that I've only got one more triple colourless left, so it's starting to be now or never time. We'll play down this reset whole Marshadow off the top deck, and then Lily. You never know, maybe we get what we want. No dice. Okay.
I mean, you've still got the Giratina access at some point later in the game, so you can effectively say that you're on 3 prizes right now.
Yeah, but the problem is that I need a lot to deal with what is going on. What I think I'm going to do, I think I might just attach this DCA to Dewgong and just bop you for 60, because that sets me up for a 2-hit, and it also means that you can't just continue to snipe stuff on the bench like this Zoroark, which is going down.
Yeah, I like that play quite a lot. I don't think it's worth wasting the triple colours on the Dewgong. Unless it was like super impactful, which
it's not really. So here, now I put myself in a position where I can knock out this Zapdos next turn if you do choose to kill the Zoroark. And I also have access to the knockout with Giratina. I just need to find a way to discard it. So
Dewgong's also just really annoying to deal with. I don't want to have to do 120 damage.
Yeah, it's really high, especially considering your only attacker is in the active.
Yeah, so my ideal play this turn is I want to keep killing these Zoroarks. I feel like if you never get Zoroark out, I'm probably going to eventually win. But with 2 Guzma gone, it's a little hard to do. I'm going to have to get it off with a sprint, or at least switch into Jirachi and try and get it, maybe.
Well, knowing you, Jordan, you'll draw into it, so I wouldn't stress too hard.
Well, you're actually pretty safe this turn, I think.
Cool.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I can really do, and there really isn't. I can basically just attack, do 40 damage, and set up Dewgong for next time.
Yep, well, so now I'm glad that I attached that DCE, and the Zoro was safe, which means that we are into a Zoroark, which is really, really good. So,
and now all of a sudden I feel like you're very much in the game.
Yeah, I don't think that I'm in as bad a state as I was before. So, feeling reasonably happy. We'll put the choice band on the Persian, because he's the one who's most likely to be dealing with the GX, should we have to.
Yeah.
And then, I reckon we just trade away this Lily, because I don't really need it anymore. Okay, now, let's have a look-see-do.
I'd say one of the things that's making me feel still fairly confident in this game is just how long the first Shrine was able to stay in play.
Yeah, these guys with lots of damage on is a problem.
Pretty easily with not too many resources needed, but you're not that far behind me either.
No, well, my issue here is that the tail whap here puts you on the 4-prize turn, but the Guzma is still the issue, right? So you still need to sprint into the Guzma or find it off of a Jirachi, and then find the Buzzwole and the energy. And I've
already got the Buzzwole and discard, as well as 2 Rainbow Energy. Oh, yeah, 2 Rainbow Energy gone, so it's not actually that easy to find those cards anyway.
And my thought process is, even if you do manage to do that, I take 3 prizes next turn with Persian, so...
Yeah.
So, we'll wait and see. I'm just going to hold this hand and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. So my perfect turn here is that you miss everything. Maybe you knock out the Dewgong, which I guess is okay. And then I'm able to, if I'm able to knock out Zebstrika, Jirachi, and Kartana next turn,
then you probably win.
Then I feel reasonably good. But that's asking for a lot. I need a Guzma. I need triple accelerated or DCE. I'd really like to keep the Zoroark alive if I can.
I'm pretty happy to knock out this Dewgong if I can, just because it puts me down to 2 prizes and in range of getting next turn.
Yeah, exactly. Especially when you only need to do 120 to that Dene on the bench, or the...
I know it's kind of bad for my bench space, but I think I'm actually just going to go for Let Loose here, find some extra cards, and
yeah, for sure. That's
kind of check your hand a little bit, because you are holding a few too many cards for my liking.
Yep, I've got the 1 triple accelerated's there, the Guzma's there, so that's probably not a bad play.
Oh, I've drawn an interesting hand here. If I can Stellar Wish into a Guzma, I actually drew the cards to knock out your Zoroark.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, pretty funny, right?
Pretty funny. I can't wait till you get this Guzma. Oh my god! What a funny boy! You're a funny, funny boy.
So this game's very much in my favour now.
Oh,
but the bad part about this is that I'm about to use my 3rd of 4 Guzmas, and you're going to still take 3 prizes next turn, potentially. This game is still super close, even though I just drew the nuts.
So this is what playing and testing with Jordan Palmer is like, by the way. He just always gets everything that he wants. I'll just let I'm gonna let loose myself into like this 6-card combo. Oh, I did it. It's fine. No worries.
I mean, it was only a 3-card combo, and I had access to Sprint, which I didn't even need.
I guess that's true.
But, I mean, I'm not lying. The odds were terrible of that working. But...
Oh, yeah, but they worked, so...
Can't complain.
Alright, so my original plan is still perfectly valid. if I can get the Giratina...
And it's actually really scary because you knock out both my Jirachi and my Katana, which are like the 2 Pokemon that I want to promote next.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, in a perfect world where you knock out Katana, Jirachi, and either Buzzwole or Zepstriker, my board just looks trash.
Yeah, but here's the real
win
big...
or you win next turn.
The real big issue here is I think I need 3 cards off of this Persian. Because I need a Guzma, I need an Energy, and I need a Giratina. Right?
And the most important part of knocking out that Zoroark is you can't just trade that Giratina away.
Exactly. Well, now one of the cards from Persian has to be Giratina because I've got the Ultra Ball in hand, but it doesn't give me what I want, and I really want to get rid of that Sprint. But I think I might just have to settle for taking out the Buzzwole and the 2 on the bench.
I think that's fine, honestly.
It's probably okay, but it's not like I want to. If I could have left you with without Zeb Striker as well, I would feel like I'm in a reasonable spot. You'd still be able to Guzma out the mouth, but you know.
The thing is, though, that because this Persian is damaged, it's actually quite possible for the Buzzwole to knock it out with Sledgehammer with Beast Energy. So it's actually not a bad idea to take the Buzzwole out anyway.
Yeah,
just
that's fair.
This Persian isn't safe with Buzzwole in the active.
That is fair. Alright, we're going to get rid of these 2. We are probably going to get a Persian just so you can't knock out the mouth.
Makes sense. I can do 80 damage to kill the Dewgong anyway. But
yeah, but make it so that you can't.
May as well get something.
Yeah, exactly. Distortion Door takes out the Jirachi and it takes out the Katana. So I'll take a couple of prizes. I actually probably should have counted how many Pokemon I have in the bin because now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it's guaranteed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I'm fine. Okay, no worries.
Yeah, you're almost capped.
Almost. Okay, well, we're gonna have to just vengeance and take this knockout. And there's one more prize to take. The issue that I have is that it is not really obvious where I'm getting this prize from.
Yeah, that's something I didn't really think about. I kind of just assumed that I need to win this turn or I lose, but you don't have a Zoroark down, so...
No, and I don't have any more triple colourless either, so I think it's going to take me 2 turns to win if I'm going to win at all. And again,
I could potentially win this turn, but it's not easy.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it comes down again to the fact that I had that extra Meowth down early doors, accidentally double benching the Meowth. If that had been a Zorua instead, then maybe this game was very different.
If that Persian on the bench was a Zoroark, then you also would have been made the last turn easier because you could have catwalked for a card other than Tina.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Traded it away. I've got an interesting hand here where I've got the option of either playing Guzma into my last Guzma into your Dewgong, bringing the Jirachi active, and then trying to sprint into the knockout.
Hoping the best.
Playing a Lily first and seeing what I get.
Well, knowing that my 4 triple acceleration energy are gone, it's probably safer to do the Lily play.
Yeah, I agree. Because if I waste this last Guzma and I don't win the game with it, then I can potentially run out of ways to easily win.
And what I really should have done is I really should have I should have power padded the Kukui back in, because then I could have potentially, if you left something with 70 HP active, I could have put myself in a position to win with Dewgong.
Yeah, that's pretty spicy. I like that.
But it would have required a hell of a lot to go my way.
Alright, I'm a little worried here, because I've not really got anything to work with other than sprinting away my only Guzma. So I actually think I'm just gonna...
Just gonna sit there?
Yeah, give you that 1 turn leeway that you needed. I think this game was actually over if you just had one Zoroark out.
I think so too, because if I had the Zoroark, then I would be Guzmaring out something and killing it with Zoroark right now, because I've got the Guzma in hand. I top decked it, so...
And you have no shortage of double colour Sanji left.
Yeah. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
It's kind of dangerous attacking with the Dewgong, even though it looks like your best attacker right now.
Yeah,
because
it's because
as well.
Yeah, because it's got that big problem there. I think I kind of want to attach the DC to Persian, and then I could even just attach the DCE to Tapu Lele, and then half hit your Marshadow. How many more? How many more? But that's my last Guzma. So if you retreat that Marshadow, it's gone. I can't afford to Guzma. I think I just have to...
The best way to win is just attaching 2 double colors to Persian and then saying, I guarantee to win next turn with another double color.
And I think, knowing that your hand wasn't great, I'm not going to judge you. I think I'm just gonna do that, and then hope that I can draw into the DCE next turn. There's 2 there. We'll see what happens.
Not terrible odds. Oh, did I just draw the card that I needed? Oh, I think I did.
Oh, of course you did.
I drew
an
energy card.
I don't even get to look.
Unfortunately not.
You're gonna headbolt.
The only card I need was the energy.
Headbolt with Dewgong.
Headbolt for the knockout. With electro power.
Oh, so close. Yeah.
Very close.
Came down to that Zoroark.
You literally had Zoroark out for 1 turn that game. I knocked it out straight away.
Yep.
And that was still that close.
And it was still really close. So I think that it's not that those sets aren't necessarily the best representation of that matchup. Also, I've named that deck best deck in format, which is funny. First game we play with it, I lose. But yeah, no, I don't think that's necessarily the best representation. Obviously, I had a misplan that second game, and the first game didn't go very well at all. But that's exactly what's going to happen in tournaments. Like, you're going to have bad games where you just don't draw well. So it is what it is, I guess.
Yep. Nothing you can do about that.
Nothing you can do. All right.
You made the best out of it, I guess.
Oh, hey, it wasn't that bad. All right, no worries. Well, thanks, Jordan, for coming along.
No problem.
Thanks everyone for watching. If you like the content, then please hit the sable line in the middle of the screen right now to subscribe. On the left is a video YouTube thinks you might like. On the right hand side is our playlist for Unbroken Bonds testing. Thanks very much everyone for coming along. We'll catch you all next time for more from the Sable Eyes. Bye bye.